Okay, since the last video, I took a really, I think that's Douglas fir. That was one of the worst pieces of wood I've ever worked with in my life. And I just kind of goofed around with it. I kept the pine, the knots kind of chipped out quite a bit along the edges, chipped out quite a bit. See if you can see that, especially right there. But I thought I'd keep it in. The knot, the knot caused it to chip out. I just thought I'd keep it in. Right here was a chip out. So it turned out okay. I will never in my life buy this kind of wood again. This was, this is the wood I was saying was like concrete. It was very difficult. I've learned something that I didn't know. Softwood and hardwood doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually hard or soft. It's just has to do with hardwood is from deciduous trees most of the time. Softwood is from like pine trees that have needles and things like that. So anyway, I just thought I'd kind of goof around, put a little paint on here, and then went over it with some stain. Not, I wasn't like it's not professional. It's okay. Just kind of goofing around with it. I put a coat of polyurethane on it. It it'll look decent. But the main thing I want to do is see how difficult it would be to try to lathe this, work this with all these knots in it, and the fact that the wood is so dense. Wow, it was very difficult not to get chip outs. There's one there. And this one I put some little decorative coves and beads in it. Not bad. So this other one now, here's the one I'm really thrilled about. I believe this is a maple. I'm not sure, but this one, I hope you can see, turned out exceptionally well. I'm very proud of that one. That's the back I was telling you about earlier. Oops. It these grooves were cut wrong, and so it basically became a great piece of scrap. And all I need to do is, I think I may leave the grooves, but that hole right there is where I drilled some screws in. I might cover up the screw holes because I don't know. I don't like those showing. But yeah, overall, I kind of left it unstained on the bottom. Overall, I'm thrilled with that. Very thrilled. So that's going to be nice out in the receptionist area. I tried to put a little bead on it, but it didn't quite work out right. Just scratched a little. But hey, I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. I think it looks great. So happy I almost tripped over everything. Let's see if you can get in my screen. It doesn't look that great, so I'm not sure. Video when on your computer screen it might look a lot better. On my little video screen it doesn't look that great, but it is awesome in live person. That's coconut oil finish, by the way. I'll let that soak in for I don't know, a couple of days, 2, 3, 4 days, and then either go over it with a varnish, not varnish, but polyurethane finish if we're going to use it for, I don't know, just hold things, or hold candy, wrapped candy in there. I think it's too small to actually use for a eating bowl. The edges are a little rough, but hey, I'm happy. Like I said, I'm very happy. This is the first one I've done in, wow, at least 40 years. Thrilled with that. The kids are going to love it, and they're going to like this. The kids saw this before I worked on it, so they're going to go, wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know if they'll like that green paint. Let me paint back over that. I was kind of experimenting, but anyway, it's fun. So now it translates of using these lathe tools from the electric drill over to this drill. I mean, the electric lathe to this foot powered lathe. And yeah, that's gonna be awesome to do some work on here. Make a bowl like this, to make this kind of bowl on that lathe. It's going to be totally awesome. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a lot longer, I think. This took me a couple of hours, at least 2 hours, and it definitely is not perfect. It's not, the edge is definitely not totally perfectly round, but hey, like I said, I'm happy with it. First one in 40 years. I'm not complaining at all. So that's our little update with that, and things are coming together. It's kind of a mess right now, but I'm going to come back Sunday and clean up and get a few projects done, and we're going to start rocking and rolling here pretty soon.